Alright, let's dive into something that's been popping up in my feed lately, a bunch of new initiatives in Nigeria aimed at tackling unemployment, education, and skill development. What's really interesting here is how these programs are trying to bridge gaps in different ways, and I think it's worth unpacking why they matter, what they imply, and where they might fall short. Let's start with the Julius Berger Vocational Support Program. On the surface, it's a straightforward skills training program for young Nigerians in construction and renewable energy. But if you take a step back and think about it, this is about more than just teaching masonry or carpentry. Nigeria's construction and energy sectors are booming, but there's a massive skills gap. Personally, I think initiatives like this are a smart move because they're not just handing out degrees, they're equipping people with skills that are immediately relevant. What many people don't realize is that vocational training often gets overlooked in favor of traditional academic paths, but in a country with high youth unemployment, this could be a game changer. It's also refreshing to see the focus on inclusivity, encouraging women, people with disabilities, and internally displaced persons to apply. That's not just a feel-good add-on, it's addressing systemic inequalities head-on. Now, let's shift gears to the Lagos State Graduate Internship Placement Program. This one's fascinating because it's tackling a completely different problem, the transition from academia to the workforce. If you've ever graduated with a degree and felt utterly unprepared for the real world, you get why this matters. What makes this really interesting is that it's not just about internships, it's about structured training and networking. In my opinion, this is where a lot of similar programs fail. They throw graduates into internships without giving them the tools to succeed. Here, the focus on employability skills and stipends shows a deeper understanding of what graduates actually need. But here's a thought, while these programs are great, they're still relatively small scale. Nigeria's population is massive, and these initiatives can only reach so many people. This raises a deeper question: how scalable are these models? And what happens when the funding runs out? Now, let's talk about the Omotayo Adagboy Foundation Scholarship Program. On the surface, it's a generous initiative, and 15 million in scholarships for indigent students. But what this really suggests is that private foundations are stepping in where public systems might be falling short. A detail I find fascinating is the focus on long-term support. Students can receive funding throughout their university education, which is rare. Most scholarships are one and done, but this approach ensures students can actually complete their degrees. It's also worth noting the foundation's investment in infrastructure, like the toilet facilities at the University of Ilesa. That's not glamorous, but it's essential. If you think about it, education isn't just about tuition, it's about the environment in which learning happens. So, what's the bigger picture here? These initiatives are all tackling different pieces of the same puzzle: unemployment, underemployment, and unequal access to opportunities. But they're also highlighting a broader trend: the growing role of private and corporate initiatives in addressing public challenges. Personally, I think that's both inspiring and a little concerning. It's great to see these efforts, but it also raises questions about the state's responsibility in ensuring education and employment for its citizens. One thing that immediately stands out is how these programs are tailored to Nigeria's specific needs: construction, energy, and the transition from academia to work. That's smart. But it also makes me wonder, are we seeing a shift toward more localized, context-specific solutions globally? Or is this just a Nigerian phenomenon? Either way, it's something to keep an eye on. To wrap this up, I say these initiatives are more than just feel-good stories. They are experiments in addressing some of the most pressing challenges of our time. But their success won't just be measured by how many people they reach, it'll be about whether they can create lasting change. And that's a question I'll be thinking about for a while. What do you think? Are these the kinds of programs we need more of? Or is there something missing? Let me know in the comments below.